You're watching Nevada Business Chronicles. Take a journey with us to see the innovative businesses that put Nevada on the business map. Connecting you with the businesses, events, and organizations that bring innovation and prosperity to the Nevada area, please welcome your host, Mitch Burney.
Today we're at the Bosma Business Center, an incredible place for businesses to have their offices, with managing member Mike Bosma. Thanks so much for being on the show.
Very welcome, Mitch. Glad to be here.
Tell us a little bit about the Bosma Business Center, because there's the center and then there's what lies inside.
Right, so the business center relates to the real estate, but the business advisors, the real secret sauce to what we've got going on here, is all about those business consultants that reside or office here. And what we wanted to do is create this environment where we have this collaborative workspace for all the advisors that a business owner needs to use to make their business successful. We also want to create a tone from when you walk in the space, hey, collaborate, innovate, succeed. That's what this building and these advisors are all about.
I can't wait to show them what happens inside the Bosma Business Center. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
We're on the first floor of the Business Advisors Group. What happens here?
Mitch, for the first floor, think executive offices. These are businesses with 1 to 4 employees, and it really doesn't make a lot of sense for these businesses to have a full-blown office. So it's all about shared resources, shared receptionists, shared copier, shared conference rooms. And one of the things that we think is truly unique is that they're all businesses whose primary business is consulting with other businesses. So it's not going to be a non-business consultant, all business consultants. Why don't you come with me, I'll show you around.
Love that.
All right. So Mitch, when you first enter the business advisor space, you're going to see the lounge. Now, one of the things that we did about the lounge, it's all about impromptu meetings. You'll notice that all the chairs have wheels. So that way, if you want to grab a cup of great Bosma coffee, grab a chair and have a meeting and then kind of get on with your day without scheduling a formal conference room time. The other thing you'll notice is we have our training room space. That's a garage door. That way, if you want to have a discreet discussion with your team, you can close the door, or you keep it open and it just becomes an open space. Karen Jensen, for example, today is having training on human resources, and she invites her clients, she calls them Break to Educate, and one of the very valuable things we think we offer is the ability to have the entire building have access to this room and be able to do these lunch and learns or Break to Educates.
This is what you were referring to when you're talking about shared resources.
Right.
There's more shared resources in this lower floor as well.
Yeah, so for example, we've got the conference room over here. So when you think conference rooms, normally vacant 90% of the time. When you share a conference room with an entire building, it's used a lot more, which means we can invest a lot more in the fit and finish of the conference room. So that's where beautiful chairs, beautiful layout, and that way when you invite your clients in, they're going to take advantage of that on a shared resource basis. And every lease in the Bosma Business Center has time both in the training room and in the conference rooms baked in. So that way the entire office uses it.
And it looks like you have electronic access, TV screens. I mean, these are real resources for high-tech meetings.
High-tech meeting. In fact, you can do any type of video conferencing here. We have 100 megs of dedicated fiber up and down. You're not going to get that kind of bandwidth in any other office space in Reno.
I have had the pleasure of being invited to a meeting that was held at the Bosma Business Center from somebody who didn't lease space here, and I think that's really interesting. That also has an impact on the people that do lease space favorably.
Oh yeah, and so kind of our thought is, number one, we want to be a good community partner, so for various not-for-profits, we let them use the space at no charge. The other thing we do is very strategic about leasing space to other people, even if they're not tenants here. And so we want the more use of the space, the better. And it also creates some good connectivity for our other tenants or partners who want to be around those other business owners or functions as they're doing business. So again, it's all about running into each other. That creates opportunity. One of the things that we really thought was important to the space was co-working spaces. Co-working spaces are places where when people don't necessarily need a dedicated office space, we allow them to drop in, do their business, and then get on with their day. A lot of times, people don't need a full-blown office environment, but they just need a place to work when they're in downtown.
If I understand correctly, then individual businesses can lease these by the day.
Or by the hour. We just allow people to guarantee the space for how often they need it, really what their budget is, and availability. So we have a very robust scheduling software that lets us know who's going to be in and when, so that when you need the space, it'll be available for you.
Very interesting. And then if an office needs a dedicated space for staff,
we can make that happen as well. A lot of times people will want an office and have their assistant or one of their support personnel outside, so that literally it's a very intimate office environment.
It sounds like I'm getting an undercurrent of accommodating the business's needs implicitly.
I'm a business consultant. We all about helping business owners be successful. So we bake that same mentality into the building. People have different needs. We're flexible. As long as it works for them, it works for us.
Let's take a look at some of the office spaces that are available too then.
All right.
You have a couple of different layouts available. Which one is this?
This is an A-type office for one, potentially two people. You'll notice that you've got plenty of room for one person to work, and then on occasion, if you've got a second person in the office, they can work in this other larger space.
Well, this one's just a little bit smaller, but not that much.
Right, it's a B-type office. It really has one chair for the one primary person here if you have a guest, but really designed for one working person in this office. A little bit easier on the pocketbook because it's a little bit smaller.
Well, this is convenient and nice. You have coffee for clients that are waiting for the advisors, espresso, hot tea, relaxed seating area.
Everything we wanted our customers to interface with, we wanted to be Class A. And a lot of times that initial impact, that initial impression means everything to a business advisor. So we wanted to really kind of go above and beyond to be full service.
When you bought this building, you stripped it.
Right. So a lot of the office buildings in Reno right now are at a minimum 10 years old, most of them 30 years old. We're a couple years old. We went stem to stern and took everything out, made it brand new so it doesn't look dated. It looks current, it looks fresh. And what the feedback we've received is that goes a long way for a business consultant.
That's an image. When you're a business and people come into your office, it's what you look like. It's
Right.
that first impression. It's imperative.
Paramount, absolutely. So that's why we took that very seriously. Even you think of the wavy wall behind. This isn't something that they existed 20 years ago, much less 30 years ago. So like I said, it's all fresh, it's all current, it's important to us.
And for a business that doesn't necessarily want to have to invest in doing all of this in their own office space, this is just a great location for them to conduct business.
Easy access, great parking, visible sign. As a business owner myself, I'm almost always running late for a meeting. This allows me, I know exactly where I'm going. It's a business center. I can see it from Wells. Parking, service parking, right next door as well. It just makes it so it's easy to get in, easy to get out, easy to do business.
And for the businesses that have their offices here, there's also a break room as well. Let's take a look at that.
Full service.
The cleanliness here is visible. One of the things that I thought was really interesting is how beautifully decorated and clean the bathrooms are. And I know people don't normally talk about that when leasing office space, but they really should.
Well, yeah, because I guess anything that you are going to experience, you want it to be top-notch, Class A. I mentioned earlier, we are updated everything so it's new, but also we have professional office cleaners that come in and take care of things so that there's not dust bunnies in the corner ever.
You also mentioned that you have some upstairs offices. These get larger for the businesses that need more space. Can we take a look at those?
No, you bet. In fact, the whole idea with the business is you can start on the first floor with a drop-in, then an office, and then when you need a bigger office, you can migrate upstairs and get larger. As your business grows, we want to be able to scale with our tenants.
Fantastic. Let's take a look.
All right.
After you. One of the first things that just jumps out at me, everybody's been in those narrow hallway office buildings in downtown Reno. This has been opened up. It's wider, taller, more comfortable.
So what we did is we created a formal landing or foyer for every office. So yeah, we widened the hallway, but I also wanted to make a more formal entry for our customers, our clients. And we find is it just creates a certain touch that is important to every aspect of our building.
And an elegance, just to a hallway, something so simple, but it is that impression that enters into your office.
In business, oftentimes it's the little things that matter.
Another kitchen.
Yeah, we wanted to have one galley or shared kitchen on every floor. Just what we find is that the more opportunity people have to run into each other over the coffee pot or water cooler, what have you, there's an opportunity to exchange ideas. And like, oh yeah, I was going to refer so-and-so client to you, for example. Or yeah, I left you a message. You know, the more times you run into people, the more opportunity there is to transact business.
Collaborate, innovate, succeed.
That's what it's all about.
Sense. Can we take a look at some of the office spaces on this floor?
You bet.
Well, this is very spacious.
No, it's 750 square foot of rentable space. It comes with some time in the conference rooms on the first floor, so you don't have to make a big conference room up here. Looking at this, it's probably 2 offices, a reception and waiting area for a budding, growing business.
You build the suit too.
We build a suit. We will, for no cost to the tenant, bring it to building standard, carpet, walls, lighting, etc.
Wow. Let's take a look at some others.
All right.
Oh, this office is beautiful.
Yeah, not everybody wants the shared receptionist on the first floor, so private reception and then 4 nicely appointed offices.
Very spacious, very large.
Right, and you'll notice, right, high ceiling heights, big doors, a lot of window, a lot of natural sunlight. And my favorite part of this office is the view corridor from this conference room. The thing I really enjoy about this room is the view corridors. Aces Stadium, downtown Reno. What a wow factor for your clients if they're sitting in this conference room.
The Keystone Organization of the Year Award, I've never seen one of these, but I'm really aware of the fact that you're about community, business community.
We believe in a healthy, vibrant business community. We think that is really the igniter to a healthy, vibrant economy. Very honored that the Economic Development Authority of Western Nevada recognized us as the Keystone Organization of the Year, kind of pulling all these businesses, profit and not-for-profit, together for the kind of good of the business community in Northern Nevada.
I'm sure right now there are business owners that want to know how they can lease space here.
It's as simple as going to our website, bosmabusinesscenter.com, or just call us 775-398-4800.
Thank you so much for being on our show and creating this incredible space for business in our community.
No, you're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. Now more from Nevada Business Chronicles. I was recently asked why we haven't done a feature about Nevada Business Chronicles. So on today's show, we're going to take an in-depth look at Nevada Business Chronicles and our contribution to Northern Nevada. The reason this show exists is we took a look at back in the recession from 2007 to 2010. And like many other states in our country, Nevada lost a lot of mom-pop businesses. Those products, goods, and services just disappeared. So this show was designed to help reconnect our community with our local business owners and our business owners to each other. One of the special facets of this show that makes it unique is the way it's filmed. We're very proud to boast our cinematographer has filmed 17 seasons of The Amazing Race, Border Wars, Big Brother, Oprah's Big Give, and many, many others. A very nationally recognized quality production is what goes into this. I think another thing that makes our show so unique is that each episode is different. It's tailored to the business. Instead of businesses fitting into a box called a television show, each episode is created to really reflect that business and who they are in our community. So, for an example, one of the episodes we did on driveline gear, kind of a how it's made episode where we take a look inside their driveline shop, which has been in Nevada for decades, and how they rebuild a drive axle from scratch. Another how it's made episode is at Custom Truck Accessories, where we build a SEMA quality show truck right at their facility here in Northern Nevada. What an incredible operation they have.
Another one of my personal favorites, Legacy Transformational Consulting. This was filmed business professional style, but that's what this company is. A company that consults Fortune 500 companies globally in over 60 countries.
One company that we worked with in 19 months realized a $10.2 billion increase in shareholder value.
This show has also taken me to new heights. A couple of examples. One would be uprising, paragliding, and paramotoring, where we created an action-adventure packed episode. Let's take a look.
Paragliding, paramotoring, it's really all about the lifestyle. The community's huge. You know, it's all about having good times with friends, and of course, it's all about getting the flying.
Well, if you don't mind, can we take one out for a spin?
Definitely.
Well, let's do that. I really hope that people watching this can really appreciate how incredible that was. It's spiritual. You're just up there floating.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, have you ever had the dream when you were a little kid? Have you ever had the dream to fly?
Didn't we all?
Yeah.
At some point.
And that's what we do. We get people to fulfill their dreams.
On the action-adventure note, absolutely an epic moment in television, not just Nevada Business Chronicles. We did a feature on the Red Rock Hounds where we went hound hunting. Over 35 years in northern Nevada, Red Rock Hounds, full dress English style fox hunting. What an absolute incredible experience it was just to go on a hunt with them, let alone to get to share them on this show.
Here's to a good hunt.
Bottoms up.
And our new friends. Oh, good boy.
Are we ready to hit the trail?
We're ready.
Well, let's do this.
Okay. We have about 640 acres.
So a lot of room for indoor and outdoor boarding.
Yes.
And this is cart, so do you not put the cart before the cart or the horse before the horse? Which one is it? I can't figure that out. It's more than just the action adventure at Reno Flying Service. It's getting to know Pilot Bob, who takes me up for a discovery flight, and then you find out why he does what he does.
Okay. Now I want you to get your airplane and push on the right rudder. Right rudder just as hard as you can. Bring it right around. See the line up there, the runway? Okay, now put the brakes on and whoa. Okay,
all right.
That worked well. You got the brakes on.
I got the brakes on.
Okay, now I want you to put your right hand on the throttle. We're going to leave your left hand on your knee for right now, but as we get going, and when we see the airspeed indicator get to about 50 knots, I want you to reach up and grab a hold of the yoke. But remember, we're still steering with our feet.
Got it.
And then I'll tell you when to rotate the yoke back, and we'll climb out. Then we want to see about 65 to 70 knots. This is 70 right there, this is 65 right there on the climb, and we correct that speed with the pitch. Scott, Jeremy, Foxtrot, clear for takeoff, 25 left course traffic. All right, full power, push the throttle all the way in and hold it there.
Bob, what an extraordinary experience. I didn't expect to have the controls to literally take off, fly that plane, and land it with your assistance, of course, but I really had about 90% control over that aircraft.
Yes, you did, Mitch, and that's what a discovery flight's all about. It gives you a chance to really see what it's like to fly an airplane.
It was unbelievable. I can't even describe it. I highly recommend it, and I can't wait for people to see this and for them to come out and give it a try.
The first flight is always such an exciting thing, and one of the reasons I flight instruct is I get to relive that first flight with everybody, because you just can't go back and do the first thing ever again. And this gives me a chance to do that. And I've been doing this for 54 years. I love every minute of it.
Nothing can express diversity as much as this piece we're about to show you, which launched the Pie in the Face Challenge for Wipe the Face of Addiction. The intention was to create something very fun to watch and to help raise money for an extraordinary cause.
We're making a silent movie.
I'm Division Chief Tim Spencer from the Reno Fire Department. I'm donating $100 to wipe the face of addiction. And I challenge all fire chiefs in the state of Nevada to join me.
You can catch the Nevada Business Chronicles television show 5 times a week over 4 days, Saturday through Tuesday, on 3 networks, NBC, My21, and the CW. You can also find us all over the internet on our 10 internet platforms, including our YouTube channel where we host all of our shows, and our Chronicles page on our website, nevadabusinesschronicles.com. We are now a full-service media company, meaning we do everything a business in Northern Nevada could possibly need in their marketing efforts, from creation of websites, social media campaigns, search engine optimization, advertising, both commercial production, their associated media buys, print campaigns from posters to billboards, and ad campaigns in magazines. One of our clients that we've done most of that work for is Christine Storm, a musical recording artist and talented fashion designer. We recently featured her on one of our episodes, And we asked her what she was like as an artist.
Some artists are artists, and some artists are completely consumed by their art. Where do you lay in that?
I try to be the best artist I can be without cutting off my own ear and singing into it.
Good to know.
I think, art is, it can sometimes be a scary deal. People can cross that line into not being able to function as, as a person in society. And that's,
We've all seen that.
We have seen that. And that's really sad because especially in our industry, in the music industry, there's a lot of people that want to sing the blues, live the blues, and die the blues. And some people don't want that at all, which obviously happened with my friend LJ.
It's like swimming in underwent chocolate. No two times are the same.
We're currently producing a new series on drugs, alcohol, and anti-bullying. We're also looking for community partners, sponsors, and philanthropists that want to get behind this very important show that we're launching in early 2017. On behalf of the entire staff here at Nevada Business Chronicles, I want to thank you for your support. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching, and have a great 2017.
For more information on this guest or to see this show in its entirety, visit nvbusinesschronicles.com. While you're there, you can watch all of our past shows on the Chronicles page and stay connected with us by following us on our social media. For information on becoming a guest on our show, contact us at info@nvbusinesschronicles.com. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. Tune in next week at the same time for more from Nevada Business Chronicles.